Franklin to kick a goal. Dangerfield, not been his night, but he keeps working always. Duncan. Now they can split it wide. Numbers fall to the ball here. Warner, surely he looks for number 23. Got him on short, and he's got it, Bud.
Hope they don't go early, JB.
Look at it, everyone's charging down.
That's what he's got ahead of him.
15 gone. Out.
What do you think, JB? Start at the right post and bend it back.
Come out.
He's done it so many times. 999 goals, Buddy Franklin. The legend becomes immortal.
Wow, JB, there are more people on the ground than are now in the stands. Look at the phone activity. Crowd still flocking on. We heard from Tom Harley before the game that he thought it might be a 15-minute break. It will be every bit of that 15 minutes.
It's quite extraordinary. Look at these scenes. 1,000 goals from a modern forward. Look at him.
Joins footy's grandest club, JB, the 1,000 Club, the 6th member. For 1,000 goals. He looks happy and delighted, doesn't he?
Yep. It's just quite surreal. You played with him when he kicked half of them. There's Jacinta.
But it's an amazing occasion. As you see, family's got all his family and friends up in the box. We thank Phil for not doing it last week. But for Bud, this is exactly what he deserved. So consistent after so many years. And look at that scene.
So it is interesting that the security don't seem to have been able to get there before the crowd, and the crowd have kept the security out. And this is going to be some time now before we get into action here. Some of his players there, I think, with him.
There are people on the wing having a picnic, Peter. That's how long we might be here for.
Unlikely to ever happen again.
Yeah.
The way modern footy's played, might never see a player get close to kicking 1,000 goals, let alone achieve it. This is history being made before our eyes.
Senior there, Sherritt Wellingham in there, a good mate of his. No one really leaving the ground as yet. Honestly, there are more people on the ground than there are sitting in the stands at the moment. And this is going to take some effort to get this game back underway.
When you look at that, BT, you wonder how it's possible. There has to be 20,000 people on the ground.
Do we know where the teams went? Did they go into the race? Did the Sydney players go into their race? I can see down the Swans race, McLean at the top of the race there is the only player I can actually see. There were 3 or 4 areas that the players could go to.
It's just got to be careful now. Everyone wants to get a piece, but you've also got to be aware that
that's not for me.
This is an athlete that needs protecting, as Jacinta's so proud.
You think the crowd will dissipate once we can get Buddy off the ground. But if you think about it, Joe, you touched on before, let's say you kick 70 goals a year, you win the Coleman every year, 15 years, you've got to do it. In the modern game, that's just, it's a long way to go.
So consistent. And the way he's moving, not going to finish this anytime soon.
Just starting to move towards the Geelong race there now. Hope he doesn't try to get to the Sydney race. That will take a long time.
There's actually people on the wing sitting down, look like they're having a picnic. They're not leaving anytime soon.
There's as many people still coming on the ground as there are going off.
Lewis, of course, multiple premiership teammate of Buddy Franklin.
I've got to say, I'm not sure how many were here the night that Plugger broke the record. But it does seem to me there's a lot more on the ground than when that took place. Such a hero this guy is up here in Sydney.
I don't know if it's possible, VT, to get security to him, but at the moment he's one out.
Yep.
There's just a massive fans and he's on his own.
He is coming towards the Sydney race rather than the Geelong race, so the AFL announcements now just making the announcements, the first announcements that they'd like the ground to be cleared, and there are some people starting to leave, particularly at that end of the ground. I've got to say, Buddy hasn't had the smile off his face during the entire thing, has he? He's really enjoyed it.
It's like a mosh pit.
I think he has to. There's no doubt Bud would love to get off and take a breather with his teammates, but he appreciates the support that he's got up here in Sydney. And looking at that, the Sydney people love him.
So we've got just over 5 minutes in the game remaining.
Starting to use some brute strength here, Bud, to get his way through.
Yeah, he's just about found some open ground.
Yeah, and there's a couple of people helping him, which is a good thing because he needs some space.
He's just being really careful not to trample any young kid or... So he's... Some silly men there that have probably had a bit too much to drink.
He's getting there slowly, but he's getting there. I've never seen scenes like this at a sporting event anywhere.
And I don't know how many security there are there, but it doesn't look like a lot. And he's having to do it one out. He's got to the fence, but unfortunately he's about 10 metres short of the correct gate.
He's on someone's shoulders here too.
He says, I've got to go that way 10 metres. Please take me to the right another 10 metres.
He might just climb the fence here and take matters into his own hands.
So this is just starting to just irritate him a little now. As he fights just to get a bit of air and a bit of freedom.
And finally, some police and security are getting to him and giving him a chop out.
He looks absolutely worn out from that. Police there now with him. They've got him over the fence and found some relief for him. The players, Dane Rampy there, Josh Kennedy.
The coach, who was a fair goal kicker himself. Great scenes. And now a massive job of clearing the ground.
So clearly it's been told by Sydney that once they clear the ground, teams will then be given a 3-minute warm-up period, JB.
First thing I do is cut the music. People think it's a concert.
Yeah. Just the gates to get back into the aisles are not big enough to take the volume of people. And so there's massive queues trying to get off the ground, if you like.